Welcome viewers. Today we first sit down and talk to Pandit Amba, an American by birth but a Hindu at heart. She has opened a Shiv temple at the heart of Sunnyvale on Shivratri. We also talked to Puneet Singh, an event planner and founder of Ajooba. And finally, inspiring conversation with the leaders of Silicon Valley at the Diversity and Leadership Conference in Berkeley. So don't go anywhere, stay around. Well, Pandit Amba was drawn to Hindu Shakta and Shaiva theological traditions as a resource for deepening both women's and men's experience of their inner divinity. And she also expanded the role of women in temple practice, including priesthood. We spoke to her recently along with Dr. Anjali Gulati, who guided us to the depth of the Hindu religion. Let's take you there. I want to ask you, we didn't grow up knowing priests could be women. And you are not only an American woman, but a priest. How did that happen?
It's an unusual thing. All I know is that my guru, who is from an extremely traditional background where the women do not perform as priests, although they take all the dikshas up to the highest acharya level at their marriage, and they do touch the murti on that day. They don't feel the need to do it after that. But he gave me this diksha and commanded me to do this. And then Swami Sadashivam in 2010 had this vision for many years to bring these huge 6-foot granite Jyotirlingam, which we have in our temple, and he sent it to me and gave it to me and said, now you're the priest of this temple, do this. So Swami Sadashivam had this vision in 1989 to do this, and he had, out of his own will, had these huge 2-ton, 6-foot granite Shivlingams made in a new form that hasn't been done before. So it's a very huge granite Shivling carved with more than 1,000 tiny Shivlingas. So it's actually a Sahasra Jyotirlingam. Okay. So it adds more power. It's his own vision. He got commanded from Lord Shiva. Mm-hmm. So he had this shipped here and put in the United States, and we're moving it from the mountains into Santa Clara to make it more convenient for other people. And yes, it's his goal eventually to have 12 such temples, each one representing one of the Jyotirlingams of India.
Welcome, Women Now viewers. Today we have a special guest for you today. Joining us today is Puneet Singh. How are you doing today, Puneet?
Good, thank you.
Tell us, when did you start with the idea of Ajooba events?
So Ajooba events, this idea came about in 2008, and specifically came about after we had planned my sister's wedding and my dad's 65th birthday party. So it took us about a year to actually put the idea together, put our business plan together, and then we officially launched in 2009. Our company will basically secure all your vendors for you, in addition to doing all of your decor. And so the great thing about Ajooba is all of our decor is owned by our company. And we have a showroom located in Modesto, so you could come and we would be able to show you all the decorative elements that we could offer you for your Sangeet. So in addition to doing your decor for you, we would also secure all of your vendors and then give you all the options, your cake, your DJ, your photographer. So you basically would be completely hands-off, so you wouldn't have to do any work. So that's the first type of service we could offer you. The second type of service we could offer you is decor and day of coordination. So in addition to doing your decorations, the day of your event, we could also manage all your vendors. So you've already secured all your vendors, we did all the decor, but then on the day of your event, I would manage all your vendors for you, tend to your guests so that you don't have to do any work the day of your event. You could actually enjoy your Sangeet and not worry about anything. And then the third type of service that we can offer you is just solely doing your decor. The earlier that you find out about your event, you can call us, and we have a save the date contract where you know you're going to get married that day, and you'll just book us, and we'll block that date out for you, and we won't book anybody else because you know you want to work with us.
So what's your vision for the future?
We've done a lot of weddings where we've done maybe like a Christian wedding on a Friday, and then the Hindu wedding on a Saturday, and then a joint reception. And it seems like that's been the majority of our clientele, and so we've become pros at it. We've also done quite a few Asian weddings, and then Tammy, who's one of my business partners, she's been doing event planning for 16 years, and her clientele mostly consisted of the Caucasian population. So she definitely is an expert at it when it comes to working with non-South Asians.
Very nice. Now, on this television show, you always like to feature successful entrepreneurs, and of course the focus is definitely women. Now I guess this is not your only job, right? This is what you do for fun. I mean, this is amazing. You're, by profession,
I'm an attorney,
Isn't
actually.
that great? You're an attorney, and you work here locally in the Bay Area somewhere?
Right. I work for a law firm called Kimball, Tyree & St. John. I'm actually a real estate attorney, one of their partners, and so I run both of their Northern California offices for them in the Bay Area and also in Sacramento.
That's amazing. And where do you find time for this? I mean, it's amazing. An attorney by day and a event sort of manager, coordinator, wedding planner, if you will, if you don't mind me saying that, by night. I mean, how do you manage both hats? That's crazy.
It's, I don't know, but I have to tell you a funny story real
Sure,
quick.
please.
It's actually not funny, but it works out really well. Both of my attorney hat and my event planner hat actually came together really well. We had a couple that we were going to do a wedding for, and a week before their wedding, their venue was foreclosed on.
Oh my gosh.
And so their invitations were printed. Everything was planned, and then we get a call from the venue saying, oh, they've been foreclosed on, the padlock was on the door, and of course we get a call as their coordinator. So Tammy, my partner, called me saying, oh my God, what am I going to do? And we didn't want to tell the couple because we didn't want to worry them. And since I'm a real estate attorney, I said, well, let me handle this. So I actually was able to call the bank that foreclosed on the property and talk to them.
Oh my God.
And they actually gave us a little exception and allowed my client to have their wedding
at this foreclosed place.
Foreclosed property.
That's a first. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, and they never knew.
That's awesome.
That
You never even told them that the venue had actually been foreclosed on.
Right, because we didn't want them stressing out.
What a great story.
Yeah, and the best part was we could decorate as much as we wanted and put as many holes as we wanted in the
Of course, because it didn't
because it had been foreclosed on. So it felt good that I was able to, use my attorney hat and then also do the event decorating at the same time. And then after that, I actually wrote an article for couples to what to look for in your wedding venue to make sure that it's not
make sure that they're paying their mortgage,
right?
Exactly. I mean, that's amazing. Who would ever think of that? I would never imagine. Well, it's been a pleasure having you here today.
Thank you.
So excited. And I'm sure the Bay Area and everybody around appreciates what you're doing. I mean, it's great. And we look forward to Ajooba growing into a big, big part of everybody's future. It'll be great.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Our pleasure. Thanks a lot.
So today we will start a series of In Conversation with the leaders of Silicon Valley. When we come back, Nidhi will take us to UC Berkeley, where we talk to some of the most inspiring leaders of today. So don't go away.
We're on the grounds of Berkeley University, where the 2012 California Diversity and Leadership Conference is in session.
I really recommend being able to set priorities in your life. All of us who are honored today have very demanding careers, and we also have families and we have children, and I think it's just a matter of knowing when to end one and segue into the other and keeping it a priority and knowing that you can get your job done well, even if it means taking work home, but being with your family.
Recognizing that someone else has the capacity and choosing to jump in and say, I see you have something, and I want to make certain that you achieve it. And I think the most effective mentor is someone who recognizes that their life successes are intertwined with that other, even if the other looks different than the self, acts different than the self.
I've come to believe that there is no such thing as balance. We have choices, we have compromise, and we have passion. So the way I handle it is the things I give at work are things I'm giving to my daughter's future. So I don't do things at work that I wouldn't give to them or tell them about or share with them experiences, and I don't behave the way I wouldn't at home. And it's the same way. So when I'm home, I think about their world, how can I improve it? So I'm constantly innovating throughout my life. I kind of look at it as a seamless tapestry. There's no choosing because you can't choose time. Seconds tick by.
So the mentor could be that white male aiding a black male. It could be that black female aiding the Asian female. It could be that Latino brother aiding that Native American sister. It could be that person in a wheelchair aiding that person who was silver spoon but has no clue.
Dreaming big is my mother's motto, and watching her live her life is what has instilled in me the platform that I stand on today. I have watched my mother not only dream but do. She was a woman who became a doctor and a physician in a time when little girls that looked like her didn't become doctors. She then went on to medical school with 2 children in tow, and she didn't just become a doctor, she became a surgeon. And it is through her life experience that I have been afforded an opportunity to dream big and help others dream big. What it means is that you get the opportunity to dream big, but you don't get to do that alone. You dream big and you share your dreams with other people. And then you find people who dream big too, and together you collaborate and you fulfill your dreams together.
What are the top 3 qualities a woman must possess to be a good anchor?
I think you've got to be a good writer, first of all. I think you've got to be flexible in terms of the people around you and work environment. I think you have to be really tough, know what you want, go after it, and be firm about it.
Any message for the youngsters?
Yes, TV is still alive, even though you have social media, but good writing is a must. And if you really want to go into television, then be prepared to live anywhere, work everywhere, enjoy it, embrace it, because it's a wonderful job.
Mentorship is powerful. When we recognize that our life successes, our well-being is really tightly interwoven, it's connected. It requires the success of others. When we recognize that there are no finite resources, that when we decide we need enough, that we'll have enough, and yet first and foremost, that others' success is critical to my success, all of a sudden we'll be each other's mentors.
First off, whatever role you do, whatever job you have, do it with the best quality and with the most pride you can put out. Do your job well. The second one is take opportunities and take risks. If there's a role that's coming open, you may not think on the outside it's the best for you, but investigate, because that risk may really take you steps ahead. And then thirdly, find people that can give you insight. Find people that can tell you stories, that can help you through their experiences and apply them to you. So those 3 things have been really strong attributes for me that have helped me grow.
Welcome. Let's talk about the second signature program, the Tech Challenge. Today, Bridget's here with us. She heads the program and she'll tell us some more.
This year's challenge is Shake, Rattle, and Rescue, and the big event day is on April 21st. And we're really excited. The kids are already designing solutions to rescue a stranded earthquake survivor that's trapped on a bridge that's been devastated in the quake.
So this is the Golden Gate Bridge, and we know this happens in the Bay Area, so this is a great challenge.
Yes, and we want to engage our kids to help solve this, whether this could happen across the world or right here at home. What we did is we looked back on every single tech challenge, so all 24, every single one is another kind of iteration in our learning and innovation in our design process, and we pulled out all of our favorite elements to combine them in this 25th anniversary. So we're going to set the stage for a really dramatic scene on event day, post-earthquake disaster search scene.
What is the challenge? This year is Clean the Seas.
I want to give a big round of applause to the Tech Museum because they have been committed to this competition for 24 years.
Teams have to collect 2 of these lovely 2-liter bottles and 3 of our bottle caps without harming any of our lovely, lovely fish.
Clean the sea!